Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to a Sahaja Yoga online program. If you are coming for the very first time, we always invite you for our introduction about Sahaja Yoga that's given by the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi, and she will explain you what is Sahaja Yoga, and also we will lead you through an exercise called the self-realization exercise that will be the startup in Sahaja Yoga. So if you're coming for the very first time, there's a link in the description where you can get all that information. So tonight we are going to talk about the energy channels, and we'll do, as always, our 35 minutes meditation on this chakra, on these channels. Okay, so we'll start. All right, so we all have our subtle system. That's this diagram here. And the subtle system is basically composed by seven main chakras and three energy channels. Um, the blue channel, it's our left channel, and is connected to our past. So, as when we are thinking about something that we have done in the past, we are remembering some good memories from the past. We are always using energy from this channel. Always when we use also our emotions, our power of the desire, we are also using energy from this channel. On the other side, we have the right channel, the channel in yellow in the diagram. And the right channel is connected to the future. So always when we are planning, when we are doing something, we are using energy from our right channel. So as you imagine, we are most of the time thinking about something that we have done, remembering something, or thinking about something that we are going to do. And as you can see in the center channel, it's the channel in black there. It's the channel where the Kundalini rises. The Kundalini energy goes to the center channel, and that's the channel of the present moment. It's the channel that we can reach when we are in thoughtless awareness. So, for us to get to this meditative state, we need to put our attention on our center channel. So, today we are going to present you some techniques about how to balance these channels. For example, for the left side, I will show you and you do together in the meditation. On the left side, we are going to place our right hand on the earth and we'll keep our left hand on our lap opened, as you can see in the illustration on my side. And this is how we are going to balance our left side. So we are going to let all the bad negativities, all the bad energies to flow from our left side to the Mother Earth, to the earth. On the other side, to balance the right side, we are going to keep the right hand on our lap and we are going to raise now the left hand with the palm backwards, as we would be creating a chimney. As the right side, it's also the side that tends to heat up more. We are going to let the energy flow to the right side, to the ether. So that's how we allow this energy channel to be balanced. Okay, so we are going to do that together in our meditation. So this is the introduction about the three channels, and now we are going to listen to the introduction, to some short explanation by the founder, Srimati Nirmala Devi. And it's always very good to listen to her because there's good vibrations. So vibrations that help you in your meditation. As last week, we have learned that the vibrations is very important to help in our meditation. So let's listen.
Now, when they do it so much overdo it, that they develop really the problems which never existed in them. They were normal people, and suddenly they become sick people. So, in this way, we have so many extremes we go to. For example, we are people who are right-sided and left-sided, as you can see here. The people who are emotionally very rich and who go to the emotional extremes, and the people who are more mentally rich and who go to the mental side more. Those who have any desire and just work with their desires and weep for it, and they are the most unhappy and the miserable people, and I couldn't get this and I couldn't get that, they are the left-sided people. The right-sided people are that, why did he get that? I must also get it. Such aggressive people are right-sided. Now, the people who are on the left-hand side think of their past. I was so very happy. Now I've married this wretched man. I'm very weak. The man will say, I've married this wretched woman, or some sort of a thing. They go on worrying about themselves for nothing at all and making themselves miserable. So we have two types of people. The another one extreme case we can say is Hitler. Hitler was the one who was so aggressive. He used his aggressive policies. He got people who were dead, who were aggressive, and used them to entice people become aggressive. They could not see, they could not understand that they are not a special race. And they became such racist, which is one can't understand with human understanding, that how can there be a race superiority when God has created all of us? It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. It has no meaning and no basis. It's not natural. God has created everybody separately in a different way. But this kind of a thing comes into the mind when you are identified with certain ideas on the right-hand side, that you are an aggressor, you are an aggressive person. On the left-hand side, as I told you, a person makes himself miserable because he thinks of the past. But on the right-hand side, a people makes others miserable and aggresses others. Both sides are wrong. You have to be in the center, neither in the future nor in the past. So how to be in the center is the problem. By saying it or by brainwashing it, it cannot happen. For that, the Kundalini has to rise. But you have to keep the balance. You shouldn't go to the extreme of anything. Because though they appear to be very positive, can be very, very dry, very dry. They can develop divorces, they can be very aggressive. A time will come when they'll have no emotions. Even if their own child dies, they will not feel them. They can be very, very dry. Now, we don't see that dryness is a bad thing. We do not see that we are not feeling the emotions of another person. We do not think that is important. Left-sided people are the other way around, as I told you. But when they go to the extreme, first they go into their subconscious, in which they see what had happened and they think of the previous lives and all that. And then they can go into collective subconscious if they go on pressing it too much. Or some of the people who are interested in their purse or all such base things can entice them, can hypnotize them, completely hypnotize them and push them onto the left side. Now, cancer develops from the left side. Leukemia develops from the left side. Multiple sclerosis develops from the left side. I haven't seen one patient who has come to me as having cancer, having leukemia or multiple sclerosis, who is a right-sided person. And ultimately, they can be epileptic, or they can become lunatic or schizophrenic. All those things can happen to them. The right-sided person, on the contrary, will get a heart attack. He'll get a heart attack. Definitely he'll get a heart attack if he goes too much with it. But first of all, he might develop a liver, very bad liver, hot temper with it. He may develop a pancreas trouble, that could be the diabetes. He could develop the spleen trouble, which could be a kind of a leukemia, which comes out of speediness. But it has to be triggered by the left side. So it is between the first the anemia and all that thing happen, and ultimately he can get leukemia after that. And many children also become patients of leukemia because their parents are speedy. Extremely speedy people get leukemia because they are all the time acting on emergencies. Simultaneously, they are working on various things. Like you are driving, you are eating, you are listening to the radio, horrid news. Early in the morning, you see the newspaper, all horrid things are there. They will never give a good news. You'll be amazed. We have been trying to tell people that we have found out solutions to many things. Please publish at least one line, half a line. But they would not. But if there's a calamity somewhere, a horrible thing happens, early in the morning you open the newspaper and you drop down. You become so much upset that emergency is set in. Then you have your breakfast, you have to catch the train, you have to rush up, you rush up. When you find that the train is delayed, you start shouting, screaming, all things work out. Ultimately what happens is that your spleen goes out of gear. It becomes crazy. When it becomes crazy, it's a speedometer. It controls our speed. And you become so speedy that nothing can fit into you. And the speed of the production of red blood corpuscles is so much increased that they become malignant. But of course, the triggering, as I said, comes from the left side. So sometimes the right side can create a condition for the left side to act. Can also be just the left side can work out. If a person is affected, say by a possession, if he lives near a funeral place or some place where there is a cemetery, I mean, normally anybody who dies must be cremated, except for the realized souls. Realized souls are to be buried. It's a simple thing because they give fragrance to the Mother Earth, they fragrance to everyone. But if you bury a person who is not a realized soul, supposing he's an evil genius, you know about this, that the souls wander about. And I have lived, since I've come to London, always near a church. And I've found all these souls coming up in the night. And they are horrible things, and we walk over them. They are sleeping there, we trod on them. It's a wrong thing. People had no idea as to how to deal with the death. And that's how people have also created a double problem. The cemetery is in the city, the center of the city. There will be a cemetery. All children are going there, everybody is going there, pregnant women are going there. And these busybodies can attach. It's a fact. They exist, no doubt they exist. Even the doctors say that there are proteins, which they call them as protein 52, protein 58, like that. And these are the proteins which invade us, our being, by which cancer is triggered. And what they say that this comes to us from the area which is built within us since our creation, means from collective subconscious. But I mean, they cannot put it together as I'm putting it because they see things from outside, I see things from inside. Now, when I tell about this, people don't like it. But it's fact. You should not play about with spirits. Now, the spiritualists, these charismatics, and these, Pentecostals are nothing but all possessed things. These possessions can be horrible, and most of the lunatics and all these people have these possessions.
So now let's start our meditation by raising our Kundalini and give ourselves abandon. We can do it together. Let's start raising our Kundalini. And on the top we tie one knot. Let's do it a second time. And we tie two knots. And a third time. Three knots. And now let's give ourselves abandon and spread this energy around us. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So we can start our meditation placing both our hands towards the Mother Earth. Let's simply let all the heat or negativities that we might have absorbed during the day to flow to the Mother Earth. Let's also bring our attention inside, and we can breathe in, hold, breathe out. Let's do it 3 times. Second time now. Let's breathe in, hold, breathe out. And then a third time. Let's breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now let's balance our left side so we can leave our right hand on the Mother Earth if you're sitting on the ground, or towards the Mother Earth, and let's bring the left hand on our lap. And I'll show you the position, how we do that. So let's balance the left side. And here we can ask our Mother Kundalini, a motherly energy, Mother, please balance my emotions and please make me free from my past. It's important that we don't try to think about anything specific, any memory, but we simply detach ourselves from the past. You can always try to feel the vibrations on the palm of your hand. And let's now balance our right side. And now we are going to bring our right hand back on our lap. And we are going to raise our left hand. And now we are going to ask our Mother Kundalini, Mother, please balance my thoughts and my actions. Please balance my right channel. Again, here, don't need to think about anything. Just stay in meditation and let all the heat from our right channel to flow to the ether. Okay, let's now bring back our left hand on our lap. And now we are going to put our attention on the center channel, and we are going to do a simple exercise. We're going to raise our Kundalini energy from the base of our spine, like this, until the top of our heads. Let's simply bring our hands as we would be helping, as we would be supporting our Kundalini energy until the top of our heads. Let's do it 3 times. Let's do it a third time together. Now bringing the hand from the base of our spine, going through all the chakras on our center channel and to the top of our heads. And then we reach our Sahasrara chakra, where we could massage gently And that's where we'll keep our attention on the top of our heads, and let's try not to think. Let's stay in meditation. Let's stay in the center channel. If any thoughts come to your attention, let's simply say, not this, not this. We can always bring our right hand on the top of our heads and massage our Sahasrara chakra so that it's easier to maintain the attention at the top of the head. We can check our vibrations on the palm of our hands. Meditation is about self-knowledge, it's about understanding ourselves. So that's why it's very important to feel our vibrations if our chakras are in balance. You can stay a couple of minutes more in meditation. We can now raise our right hand a little bit above our heads, and we can try to feel if a cool breeze or a hot breeze is flowing through the top of our heads. Now we can try to feel with our left hand. It depends if we feel cool or hot with each one of your hands. It's also an indication that one of the channels might be blocked or might be being worked out by the Kundalini energy. So if you feel hot on your left hand, means that this channel is being worked out. Okay, now let's bring both our hands on our lap and we can raise our Kundalinis and give ourselves a bandha as we always do to finish the meditation. Tie one knot. Second time, let's tie 2 knots. And third time, 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. And now let's give ourselves a bandhan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Namaste. So it was a very profound meditation. I can feel that really achieved this energy from the center channel. And as we always ask for you to keep on meditating at home, I think that's the most important thing, for you to maintain and increase this gap, increase this meditative time, let's say. So it's very important that you meditate at home. And we have the beginner's kit, the link in the description, and you can get some more information about Sahaja and some important information when you're starting to meditate. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here and meditating together. And I hope to see you next Thursday. Thank you. Bye-bye.